This video editor went from being stuck at $1,000 a month to $8,000 a month with just 13 emails sent. And the crazy part is that before working together with me, he sent more than 6,000 cold DMs on Instagram and he only closed 2 low-ticket clients. So today I'm going to interview him and break down his entire journey so you can see the mistakes he did, what he changed, and the steps you should take in order to achieve the same or even better result than him.
I'm making about like 8K a month. I sent a total of 13 emails and I closed 3 clients out of those. Setup is crazy. I have a standing desk, everything's like custom lighting, everything. I have a dual monitor setup.
Where you were before starting working together with me?
When I started out, I was making about 1,000, 1.2K through editing. I sent at least 6,000 DMs, and out of those 6,000, I closed only 2 low-ticket clients.
And what's your current reply rate on the emails?
Last time I did the math, it was 66%. 2 emails out of 3, I get a response, and out of those 2, I get 1 that's pretty much a client. People who pay thousands of dollars for your service exist, and it's not because of your video editing as much as it is about...
Okay, let's start with the flexing, as we usually do. Let's go. Can you flex?
course.
Let's go.
I got a bit more.
Oh, nice.
Ready. We're ready at the battle, so...
Yeah, you got the start from the dojo. Can you introduce yourself and tell us where you were before starting working together with me?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm Nick, and I'm actually from Eastern Europe. When I started out, I was making just barely above minimum wage, about 1,000, 1.2K through editing. But the thing is, I was stuck in low-ticket hell. The hours I worked was a lot more than the usual because of all the infinite revisions. And we're just working with people who are super picky, you know, who pay invoices late, who make up excuses for whatever. They just don't want to cooperate. Saw results for some, but to be honest, it was a bit of a nightmare. And actually, at one point, I actually lost everything. At the start of the year, before I joined Haddad's coaching, I went through a legal battle with the government. It's a long story. Point is, I was down in the dumps. I literally could not work. I could not do anything. So yeah, that was basically what I was at before. I was kind of lost, kind of stuck. Not even low ticket hell. I lost all my clients. So yeah.
Yeah, low ticket is horrible and simply losing your clients, but endless revisions is some place I was into as well.
It
And I can relate to that.
was a nightmare. It was not financial freedom at all. It was financial chainment. I was dependent on these people, making them happy, even though like I'm trying to be super polite, but sometimes on those DMs when I'm sending them like, man, I just want to bash your fucking head.
And where are you right now?
I mean, right now things have changed. Maybe you can see here, I got a little silver play button. That's cool, you know, stuff like that. Things are doing well. I'm making about like 8K a month revenue this month. I'm pocketing about 5K. And a good chunk of the deal, I actually didn't even need to edit videos. I was just managing a team of video editors where I'm just leveraging other people's time. All I had to do was talk on a meeting or two, just manage the people, and boom, I get my fair share. So it's nice. This video editing is a pretty flexible thing. And thankfully, I'm in a position where now I can have my own place and moved out of my old... man, it's a lot better now. I can say that. So yeah.
It's great. You also mentioned that you hired your friends right now. You are expanding and you are making like...
Oh yeah, I mean, funny enough, actually, after this call, I have to hop on another call to hire another editor because
That's
I
great.
want to scale my own personal brand, and there's a lot of things happening for this project. I hired pretty much most of my friends who could handle video editing on their PCs, and they're getting paid. Everyone's like pretty happy of doing it. I give them gigs that pay more than their actual jobs even after university. So we'll
Nice.
see.
Yeah, I think that's the dream, helping other people around you, especially your family and friends, in this journey after your customers as well. So this is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. How many actual outreach emails have you sent in order to convert after you joined? And how many did you send before?
Yeah, I mean, the crazy part is, in the beginning, I actually used to do only Instagram DMs, and I kid you the fuck not. I mean, maybe I could show my Excel spreadsheet. I had at least 5,000 to 6,000 DMs sent, and out of those 6,000, I closed only 2 low-ticket clients. 2 of them. I don't know what the conversion rate on that is, but it's dog. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not good.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there every single day, bare minimum 100, 150, just sending these like a fucking robot. I even hired my brother to do it for a little while because I thought I was like saving my time, but I just spent my time playing video games or whatever. It was stupid. But now, once I understand who I actually want to work with and what the pain points are, I sent a total of 13 emails, and I closed 3 clients out of those. Out of those 13 emails, 3 clients plus another one that was kind of related to the email. So yeah, and 1 inbound. So yeah, I don't know what the conversion rate is on that, but it's way better than 6,000 DMs on Instagram. I can tell you that much. And that's literally it.
In one sentence, what changed into your life?
Targeting, figuring out who I actually want to work with. Because the thing is, in the beginning, when you're going through everyone, you're not targeting anybody. You're just scattershot. You don't know where to focus. It's just figuring out a direction and just going there. I was scattershot. I was going everywhere at once and going nowhere at the same time. I was targeting pretty much anyone with a living, breathing pulse. So yeah, it was obviously not going anywhere. But then I figured it out. You know what? Let me actually, for once in my lifetime, and actually use my brain for once. Think about the stuff that Hala told me. Pick people who have money, because rich people pay you better for the problems that you solve, which, duh. I mean, who
It's
could have
logical,
known
right?
that? Yeah, you find people who have money, you find people who you can actually make their lives better just through video editing or whatever else, building out a funnel for them, whatever the main thing is, through video editing, you can just make their life better and you actually can get results for them. If you find just those 3 things, you're more like the people, they're pretty much perfect. Of course, personality wise, blah, blah, blah. But the main criteria is that, like, just figure out who you want to target and then just double down on it. And of course, you're going to adjust a little bit. You're not going to get it right on the first try. But I mean, shit, if I can send 13 emails out and get 3 clients out of those, that means that the targeting at least half works.
It's just like an arrow, right? You need to know exactly what you want to target and where you want to go and what you want to achieve, and then just going after that, no matter what, in order to
I
achieve
mean,
it.
perfect, because this may sound like I'm pulling it out of my ass, but yesterday I was actually in archery. I was shooting bows and arrows with my family. So I literally know exactly what you're talking about, because you really need to think about it. Like, okay, in the beginning, you're going to miss a couple of times, and that's all right. So the moment you see the target and you figure out the approach and you just like pull back on the bow and you shoot, you figure it out. You figure it out on the way. You're not going to get perfect in the beginning, but once you do, and you just get into that rhythm, you understand what the people want, how you hit on their pain points, how you target them, how do you speak to these people. Literally, the sales calls after that, they're even simpler. They're so short for me. Before, they used to be an hour or 2 long sometimes. Now, I hit a record of my shortest ever sales call. It was 8 minutes. 8-minute sales call. We agreed on a price, and the first 3 minutes was us just talking about the weather. So literally, the actual business was 5 minutes, and I hopped off the call, and boom, we already like got the guy onboarded and everything. So yeah, like if you do the emails right, after that it becomes so many times simpler. It's crazy.
I told you back when you were making $1,000 per month that you are going to scale to 8K per month. What would have you said? How would you react?
I would say that I would believe that I would be able to do it, but not as fast as I thought I would. I gave myself a pretty long timeline, because in the beginning, my first ever goal finance-wise was to make 3K a month
Yeah,
and
I
basically
remember.
just live the life that I'm living right now. That was my goal. And I was like, okay, 8K a month, give it about 3 years. I would probably make it. If I keep trying, I think I could, but I have done it in less than a year. Like, more success attracts more success, and it just becomes easier to keep going up and up. So, yeah, I'm not saying that in an egotistical way, but like, for people, like, don't doubt your own skill. Give yourself some time to really do it. You're not going to do it in, maybe you can do it in 1 month, but like, still, in any ways, just keep going. You can't really fail. So, yeah, I would have believed it, but not as fast as I did. So.
Hmm. What was the exact moment when you realized, okay, this is working, everything I'm learning, everything I'm applying?
Honestly, after the first 10 emails, I already closed 2 clients. I was like, you know what? I know Gadad talked a lot about the so personal stuff, personal brand and so on, but I think the emails are working. So how would I just do the emails? And I did the emails, and yeah, I just worked with the clients. And the best part is I'm working with people that I enjoy working with. They're not really late. They don't pay late. They don't give me thousands of revisions. They always pay on time. It was my first ever time that somebody paid me upfront for videos. That has never happened to me before. So yeah, these are just better caliber people, and they're still working with me 7, 8 months later. They're still
Yes.
happy with my service. I gotten decent results for them. They're happy with me.
That's the most important thing, as you said at the beginning, you've been focusing on Twitter personal branding, also doing cold DMs, all of that stuff. And later on, you just switch a little bit more towards the emails. But the freelancing master funnel and everything we talked about, everything we covered, is just combining both of them and then knowing how to convert them through sales calls. It's just making the best of both, basically. That's
Yeah,
what.
it's exactly the best of both. I just focused on one side, and now I'm gonna be focusing on the other side too, so I
Except
can even explode it even more. So yeah, in any case, like the emails in my case was really huge, but it's honestly also the mentality of who you approach and why. It doesn't need to be the emails. It probably works with DMs too. It's just like the mentality of like figuring out how to talk to your audience, either through content, through emails, through DMs, whatever. I was just blind running towards them and just like scaring them away pretty much. Like desperation, just like please work with me pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a mindset shift. It really was. So
It's totally possible. Like my other student Hamad closed a retainer for 8K per month scale to 10K through the ends. So anyways, you apply the golden arrow outreach strategy. It works everywhere you do it. But it's all about how you pick the niche, yeah, you pick the customer, and how you personalize the email and how you target the pain points and the goals and how you actually qualify the lead, because everything comes down to analyzing and qualifying the lead before doing anything, like you did as well in your outreach.
let's say hypothetically, there's a world where I didn't get any information from Haddad. I didn't know about this targeting and so on. I still would be reaching. I would probably have sent out like 15,000 new DMs with basically zero results, still stuck in low ticket hell. It's just really, you gotta understand it. It's like if you're the guy who's sending shitloads of DMs, or like whatever, really bare minimum value first outreach, even if you know what that is, please rethink what you're doing. If it hasn't worked for, let's say, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 DMs or whatever, I think it's time to switch. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Please don't be like me. I wasted an entire year of my quote business journey just sending dumb ass DMs. If I have done even a little bit of research, I would have been here fucking a year ago. So yeah,
Like we said, it's the same. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And that's what most people are doing nowadays, which is crazy. But at the same time, they are being stuck and they are not trying to level up their business or learn new things because they're afraid. But about you, what do you think is the one most important thing editors should stop doing and freelancers in general in order to land clients or in order to not be stuck anymore?
man, I could speak on this forever. For the love of God, nobody cares how cool effects are, how cool you can do those After Effects animations. This comes from a person who doesn't like After Effects. I don't know shit about After Effects. I only use it for rotoscoping. The editors know what I'm talking about. But still, do not focus on the effects. The people, they don't care, like, oh, it might get some wow factors. Well, that's a cool effect. But if you have no idea how to communicate with customers, it doesn't matter how good you are of an editor, because nobody knows who you are, nobody knows you exist. You can't talk with these people, all right? Even if you do have clients, like your communication skills are horrible. Like my animation level that I am capable of is nothing. I could bet good money that almost anyone who's watching this video can edit better than me. I'm not a good editor all that much. I understand the basics. I just understand what gets results, and I understand how to communicate with people to get them as my client. The effect tutorials, stop watching effect tutorials. If you can edit basic animations, even some text stuff, like I don't know what the benchmark is, but you're probably good enough. Chances are 80% of the people who see this video are more than good enough video editors to get clients. They just need to focus on getting clients instead of just like, oh, I'm not ready yet, I'm not good enough. And I used to be there. But still, just focus on getting clients.
As you said, the business side of the things, the business side of the business, after all, marketing, copywriting, sales, negotiation, outreach, growing a personal brand, also having a landing page, a VSL, everything we covered. That's the most important thing. You can sell any skill with that.
Like, actually get in touch. Just because, like, oh, if I can't do Iman Gaji style or whatever, Ali Abdal, that doesn't mean anything to these people. They care about results. These people are businesses. They care about results. And if you can deliver results with your editing, you just need to communicate with these people. That's it. Screw those After Effects tutorials. Just focus on getting clients if you want to get paid. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main idea. To be a student, you need to learn from other people. Every successful person has mentors or had mentors in the past. And
Of
that's a normal
course.
thing.
It's
That's a normal
impossible
thing.
not having that.
Most editors are focused on editing. They are not focused on acquiring clients or improving their business skills like marketing, copywriting, sales, or simply getting traffic, right? Don't get visibility and people can't see them. And what happens is that they will not get customers because no one is going to hire them. What's your take on this? What advice would you give to people who are having zero visibility, but they are masters in After Effects and Premiere Pro?
I meet these people all the time, and even it's crazy when people who have better editing skills than me ask me on advice, like on how to edit and so on. It's like, yo, like your editing's pretty simple. Like, how do you get these clients? Like, are you sure they're paying you all this much money? Like, you think they're lying or whatever? I don't blame them, but the thing is, like, it's all going back to how do you position yourself? Are you just a video editor for the sake of making cool stuff? Or do you get results? You get sales, you get views, you get whatever the hell you agreed on with the client. If you can just fulfill on the promise of getting results through video editing, that's your job. You're not just a video editor. People may call you that, but you are a result getter through video editing. That's
Yeah,
what you do. You just need to get the results. That's what the business people care about. You don't want to work with people who are not really businesses because they're not going to pay you much, if anything at all. Businesses care about results. If you can deliver results that give them more money that they cost you, then it's a no-brainer deal. They have no reason to get rid of you. It's just getting results through video editing. That's the thing. And the people who can edit all these cool stuff and all, they're more than capable of getting results. More than capable. If I can get decent results, viral videos after viral videos with pretty basic editing for like finance channels, the most boring stuff that is. Even like I do some ads on the side, like a really brain dead editing. You just need to understand how to get results. That is it. That's literally it. If you can do that, you can get clients easily.
what was the number one thing holding you back before joining the coaching?
The main thing was like, okay, is this legit and am I able to do it? It's just doubt. Like, I don't know if this is for me. I'm not sure if I could do it. But thankfully, I was in a pretty desperate situation. And now looking back, it was a blessing. I spent pretty much half of my entire like savings that I had because I was going through the legal battle with the government. It was a pain in the ass, and Hada was the closest person to it that I knew this stuff worked. And plus, having people whose names I recognize and I've spoken before, coming in and out of the coaching, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna join, and it has paid me back 10 times, 15 times, whatever. Big number. It is paid back very much. One of the best business investments I've ever made. Crypto, stocks, invest in education.
That's awesome. Exactly. You just bought time. Like you bought the time I spent in acquiring the information,
Yeah,
putting everything, the work of the amounts, everything. Just get everything into one package. That's
exactly.
nice.
It's crazy. There's so much like it's not like, oh, there's a bunch of videos you have to watch that you like zone out. There's actually like it forces you to think. You actually are in engaging conversation about like, okay, he's helping me solve my problems. Like it doesn't really get much better than an intensive like that. We had really long calls, and it's not like, oh, the hour is up, I'm gonna go now. Don't stay with me from till the end, answering each and every one of my stupid questions. I still probably have them in my notebook somewhere, but still, many hours, like what, 3 hours sometimes we hopped on a call, and the end, the objective is to help you win. And that's what happened.
How was your environment affecting your work before? Because I remember you just moved out, right? After you scaling landing clients. But before I remember you were living with your family, having no space to work or to focus.
Man, I could go into this topic forever, but we don't got much time. Point is, I'm in a much better place now. I didn't even have my own room. I slept on the couch for a pretty long time. And the first thing I had on my list of when I started to making some money is not buying a car or whatever. I just wanted to move out. I was stuck with my family, and genuinely, even back then when I stopped having school, I was editing during school too. I didn't go to university, so all the time I had to just dive into it, and the only time I got some peace and quiet was about 4 hours, but like it was a nightmare. And genuinely, if I know people personally who are also here that are just trying to make it, if you have the money to move out, at least for I would say 3 months, fucking do it. The amount of productivity that you get back, so much time, you can make so much more money just by living on your own, or maybe with somebody else, a roommate that at least doesn't bug you. If you can be in the environment, because the environment is everything. Like right now, my productivity is fucking crazy, even on a bad day compared to what a good day used to be before me. I just get more done. So, best investment is education. Second best investment is environment. But now my setup is crazy. I have a standing desk. Everything's like custom lighting, everything. All these things help me focus. I have a dual monitor setup. Like before, I was editing all the most garbage trucky stuff ever. Now, on a bad day, I get more work done than I used to do in a week before.
If you woke up at $1,000 per month tomorrow, let's say you lose all of your clients, everything disappears, what's the first move you're going to take?
Well, first thing I would do is probably panic, but after I calm down, I'll probably just go back to the drawing board, look at my leads, look at the people I need to target, and just use the golden arrow method of just specifically targeting the people's pain points, making the outreaches, doing all the editing stuff, and so on. If I did 13 emails and I closed 3 people, let's say I do 20, I'm gonna close at least one. It's just math. At the end of the day, it's just math. So if I was genuinely at zero, I would start with the outreach, the golden arrow method, like just the super personalization. It's basically like a sniper rifle, like an arrow just straight from a kilometer away. It's pitch perfect. Just put a lot of effort into those since you have nothing else better to do. And to be honest, if your environment is correct, you can do that stuff in one day, maybe two if it takes a long time, and just keep doing it until it works.
Can you walk me through your first close, like step by step? What did you do in order to close the first high ticket client you had after we started working together?
If I remember correctly, that was my third ever email I sent out. I think I closed that client, and the guy was pretty chill. So what it was, first thing I did, I went through all the notes that Haddad told me to. I sat down one evening, maybe even right after the call, I don't remember. I went through all the leads, and I was going through YouTube, and I was going through different places to find the right criteria, the product, the amount of followers they have, the views. Can I make their videos better? Can I do something to improve it? And I just added to my list. I made a list of these people, and of course, then I start doing the edits. Like I just do the first edit, second edit, third edit, whatever. Have the right copywriting. I send it to Haddad. He goes over it. Oh, change this. Don't talk about this. They don't give a shit about you. They give a shit about themselves. Like, okay, genius. And of course, do all those types of things. And just sent the emails out. And literally, I think the next day, from my third email I sent it that one day, the guy responds. We start talking a little bit. And the thing is, I'm not talking about like pitching him on some call or whatever, like being super pushy, just having conversation. Yeah, you can do this, you can do that. Like we can help each, like I can help you out and stuff. Like, you know what? I love the stuff you're doing. Let's hop on a call. He asked me to hop on a call. I didn't ask him to hop on a call. It's like that just proves how much like value you can put. And
Value
if you
see.
understand the person you're communicating with, they're just like, please just open a call with me. You don't want to like push yourself into their world. If they don't want you to come in, it's perfect. The amount of trust is crazy. And I remember the call, I won't forget it. It was the first sales call I had in like 3 months or something, ever since I pretty much before that, like the government stuff. And yeah, first 20 minutes it was stressful. We just talked about like his videos, his retention and blah blah blah. He's like, he even told me, look, in the beginning I never take people in from like thumbnails or video editing because I think it's stupid. But you just showed up, blew my stuff out of the water because he was editing his own videos, and I could not replicate those effects. And I was like, you know what? I just want to know how much it cost, and let's check the results. I was like, yeah, sure, let's just do that. We agreed on a decent price. We went on a trial. The trial went well, even though in the beginning, I'll be honest, I was stressing because the results I wasn't getting. The result wasn't that good. It was like maybe 20% better, but that's it. But the guy enjoyed working with me so much. I have really decent customer support, you can say. He's like, I fucking love working with you. Let's just keep doing this. And we just went further and further. I did more videos. I raised the price a couple of times. And now I have a video editor who edits for me, does the rough cutting and everything. It's like we have a really good relationship. So if you build so much value in the emails, you help these people out, the sales calls are a joke. The first 20 minutes we agreed on the price, and the 20 minutes after we just talked about life. We talked about technology or whatever we were interested in. You just like figure out the people you want to work with. It makes your life so many times easier. The sales calls become so short. The next sales call after that was 15 minutes, and the one after that was 8 minutes, and 5 of them were actually talking about sales.
It's pretty easy when you know how to target the person and when you do your research before the call. And that's how you increase the perceived value they have about you, by taking them into a call, but also giving a fuck about their business, doing your research and creating everything after that in order to target their pain points, their goals, and position yourself as the solution in the email and in the call, as you did for this customer. At the beginning, he didn't even know he had a problem. When he saw what you did and the type of edits you can create, he's like, holy shit, I can't do that. I have a problem. I need to fix this. So you literally showed him that he has a problem, and you positioned yourself as the solution in one simple email, which converted, which closed the customer. That's the most important thing, and that's what giving value means after all. That's what helping your customer means after all. What changed into your emails after we started working together? It's giving more value, focusing way more, and personalizing, or what exactly?
Personalization and actually cutting stuff out. A lot of people think that you need to add the right things. In my experience, it was cutting shit out. My emails are maybe 2 sentences, 3 sentences in total, and just the video. I did some other things, like I added a GIF of the video before because it had social proof immediately. They don't think it's a sketchy link or whatever, and so on. Some smaller things, but genuinely just focus on them. The word I in the email should not exist. It's only about them, pretty much. You don't bring yourself up all that much besides like, look, I did this thing for you. to help you solve XYZ problem, and this way you make more money or you get desired outcome. It's like position yourself as a solution to their problem. But the thing is, you don't immediately tell them, oh, this costs this much, or you're hoping to call me immediately. The first step is just to open the door. You're not running in their house trying to get money out of their wallet. Like building rapport with these people, building trust. The first emails are literally just about trust. And if you do those things right, you would think, oh, I'm never going to get the sale because I'm not telling them to hop on a call. It's like, I don't know, it worked out for me. If they just trust you and you think you're the solution to their problem and they genuinely like you as a person, like, then yeah, it's so simple. It's the right choice for them.
And what's your current reply rate on the emails?
Reply rate? I mean, the last time I did the math, it was 66%. So 2 emails out of 3, I get a response. And out of those 2, I get one that's pretty much a client.
And what do you think editors and freelancers misunderstand about landing clients? Because we discussed about this mindset program. What about landing clients in particular?
I mean, I would say there's 2 categories in them. The people who have low-ticket clients that understand, okay, getting clients, the first mental block that you need to break is that I can't get clients. Once that is broken, you're probably into the low-ticket hell part, which is, okay, I got my first ever clients, then the dopamine wears off, and 2 or 3 weeks later, you realize, man, I'm back in hell. So yeah, you're gonna get some higher ticket clients. The first thing is, people who pay thousands of dollars or euros or whatever a month for your service exist. And it's not because of your video editing as much as it is about the results and the convenience. That either be you save them so much time that it makes a good decision for them to hire you, or like you get the results or whatever the point is. These people exist. You just need to find them and communicate with them. And yes, you might feel like, oh, I'm not ready for it. These people are better than me. Everyone's better than everyone, very much. There's always a bigger fish in the sea. It doesn't hurt. Okay, worst case scenario, what, they don't reply? Boo-hoo, move on to the next. There's plenty of people out there. And these people exist. They are willing to pay you thousands a month to edit videos. These people exist. You just need to communicate with them. You just need to find them and talk to them. That's it. So yeah, there's no excuses for it.
It's all about how you communicate and how you show your value. Basically, it's a positioning and communication problem. People don't know how to position and how to communicate. And they don't know how to show their value to the customer. When you know how to show the value, how to present yourself as the solution, as we already mentioned multiple times, what happens
Yeah.
is that the customer will happily pay you thousands of dollars per month because he understands that you are solving the problem and he understands that you are not replaceable and you are an asset into the business. You'll bring him more money because you are an investment after all. That's the main idea.
Don't think of yourself as an expense. You're an investment to these people. And if you are an expense, which are most editors who are just like, I edit for the sake of editing, and you don't bring in any results, you don't save these people any time, the moment your value before your price drops, they're just going to get rid of you because they're business. That's what happened to me. Some people, it is like, look, man, I like working with you and so on, but like, it's just not working out. The results do not the results or the time that you say whatever don't make me enough money. And sometimes it's not even your fault. You just need to find the people who you can help. You can't help everyone. The people who you can help, they're going to be so happy working with you. My clients are really happy working with me. They've told me, like, look, I don't know what I would do without you. Like, I helped the guy grow to 100K subscribers. Like, it's crazy. It's a lot of he paid for all the shipping and so on. He was thankful for having me on. And like, we also had another editor. Like, you need to be an asset to these people. You can't just be editing for the sake of editing. Get results. Find the people who you can help and get results for them, and they're gonna be grateful. And they will happily pay you thousands of bucks a month just by having you on.
Yeah, that's the main idea. What's your advice for someone who are thinking about joining either the coaching or the freelancing masters community, but they are not sure yet if they want to join?
Honestly, I think it's all about your own mindset, where you think you're at it. Of course, it depends on your situation, your finance, whatever. But if you are able to do it and you look at your picture, what is the worst case scenario? Nothing. Nothing happens. Worst case scenario, which is pretty fucking low. The chances of that is happening pretty low. Just doing the things to bring in more customers already pays it. You get one client that's relatively high ticket. Let's say $1,000 a month, which is a mid-tier client, let's say. That already like, boom, that's one, and that's per month. Holding for 2 months, that's basically covered. That's one client. I got like 3 clients, and later I got 4 clients just by using the same methods. So it literally just pays back. It only really like, it's your head telling like, oh, I'm not capable of doing it like it was for me. But the results speak for themselves. I'm not the only person to do this, and I'm sure there will be many more who do better than me in the future. The point is, the knowledge is there. It works. You just need to apply it, and you need to take the risk. And let's say it's a lot of of money for you. It was for me. Half of my money that I had, I spent on it. It forced me to win. If you just don't take the risk, you're not going to get the result. You can't do everyday things and expect extraordinary results.
I wouldn't say even taking a risk. I think the risk is actually staying in the same spot without trying to do anything to get out of
Yeah,
the situation that you feel caught.
that's the worst risk. If you do
Yeah.
nothing like I did for like, I got comfortable. I got to $1,000 a month too, 1.2K a month. I was like, man, I'm king of the castle because I'm making more than minimum wage and I'm working from home, even though it wasn't low to get help. Besides that, guess what? The client's like, look, you're not getting the results that we want for the price of blah, blah, blah. And boom, just like that, they're gone. Now what? I did nothing for like half a year. I refused to learn anything because I thought I had figured it out. So yeah, it's a humbling experience. And when you try again, you need to learn. You need to be a student.
If people want to follow you and see your journey and see how you evolve from here, where can they follow you?
Honestly, even though of all the whole personal brand and stuff, I'm gonna be active now that I got big plans. So I'm gonna be a lot of active, but mostly Instagram. You can just find me at Mikos Media. On X, it's also just the same, Mikos Media. You probably find me. There's not many people with my name and media attached to it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're willing to ask me some questions or something, I'm more than happy to bring you to Haddad because let me tell you, this guy knows what he's talking about.